Voice coach scandal stinks to high heaven. Whatever Labour are telling us at the moment, it isn't cutting much ice with either the media or the public. That is of course partly due to the fact that nobody trusts these people anymore, and that different ministers are coming out in the press and getting the facts wrong. The best line Labour were able to come up with was by Catherine McKinnell. She's some sort of minister in this crappy government, and she said that people were able to go to work and undertake really important roles, and that was clearly a very important moment in Britain where an important public statement had to be made. Wrong. Voice coaching is not an important role. It certainly isn't anything that should be given key worker status. You could just about get away with that, I reckon, had Starmer been the Prime Minister at the time, but he wasn't. He was leader of the opposition, a comparative nobody. Another Labour MP, Karen Smith, was in the media towing this same line, and she said that Keir was working at that time preparing for interviews. That was a working event. But these ministers are also refusing to back Starmer 100% because not one of them will say that a voice coach can be classed as a key worker. What's more interesting is that allegedly Starmer is friends with her and her husband and did some fundraising for them in some course of capital punishment project they've got going on. And what's even weirder, what sort of husband or father spends Christmas Eve with a voice coach rather than their wife and children, especially when you were living in what was called Tier 4 restrictions, so you shouldn't be mixing with anybody. And you're not telling me that a voice coach can't do that work online. Many rumours now swirling around Starmer and this lady, and that is because once again they're trying to say nothing and hope that it all blows over. They haven't learnt the lesson yet that every time they don't say anything, the scandals only get worse because the vacuum of information is filled by, what probably most of it is rubbish and conspiracy theories, but they do nothing to combat it. And then they criticise people online for coming up with these theories in the first place because they refuse to be transparent.